All right, Daniel Defense versus Armalite. Let's go. So, I have a Armalite Tag 16 here on the table. I just got to take her to the range yesterday. She has definitely earned her furniture upgrade already. And it got me thinking and really comparing this to a Daniel Defense. Now, to be perfectly fair, this is only a $2,000 Daniel Defense. It's a Mark 18. Don't mind the cords. I'm just seeing if this pressure pad would actually hold up if I took this thing to the range. Haven't even tried that yet. But comparing the build quality, the material quality, the actual fit of the upper and the lower, um, you're going to be hard pressed to find an actual difference in quality. What you will find, though, is a huge difference in price, especially considering the fact that, I think the only Daniel Defense sale I've ever seen was 10%. So, hey, we'll take $300 off of a $3,000 rifle and you can get it for $2,700. Yay. Armalite, on the other hand, we're talking like 55% off sales. We are talking about like a $2,700 rifle down to $1,299. It's really impressive. And yeah, no blems, nothing broken. This is just straight up. They are going through some of their stock and liquidating some of their rifles, and I will get to how you can find one of these for that price. But to be fair, this isn't a direct comparison because this is a 5.56 Daniel Defense Mark 18. This is a 308. This is an AR-10. So I'm going to be referencing a Daniel Defense Hunter rifle, which is $3,000, and it's also going to be in 308 or 6.5 Creedmoor, whatever you want. So right off the bat, I already said the build quality and the material quality is going to be the same. You are going to pay more for the Daniel Defense. The question is, are you getting more? No, you are actually getting less. So the Daniel Defense rifles that cost more do not come with a muzzle device like this. They're just going to come with a little bird cage like this. Okay, whatever. A lot of people are going to swap that out anyway for something that's going to hold a silencer, but still, it is nice to get, a nice muzzle device like this straight out of the box. Easy $120 value right there, right? And then we move over to these sights. This rifle came with these sights. Daniel Defense rifles do not come with any sights. Even the $3,000 rifle that I was looking at does not come with any irons. They could have really done that. Aside from that, we talk about the trigger. This trigger is absolutely phenomenal. This blows out the trigger in my Mark 18, and the Mark 18 was $2,000, right? For $1,299, you are getting a trigger this good. I have nothing that mag dumps like this. It's absolutely phenomenal. I was just so happy leaving the range yesterday. But hey, the $3,000 Daniel Defense Hunter rifle is going to give you a Geisley trigger. They're going to be comparable. I shot a couple Geisley triggers. Yeah, they're good. Aside from that, and I think this is where Daniel Defense pulls ahead a little bit, Daniel Defense has really... They have a pretty solid pistol grip. This is coming with just Magpul furniture. Now, Daniel Defense pulls ahead here, but this is really a $30 swap out upgrade. I prefer these right here from Fab. They're much better for my bigger hands, and they're only like $25, $30. So you're not really pulling ahead, saving us $25, $30 when Armalite's throwing in a $120 muzzle device and $150 Magpul sights. Aside from that, Daniel Defense does have their own stock. I get it. A lot of people like the Daniel Defense stocks. They do look pretty good. They look cool. This is coming with a Magpul STR stock, and I've always upgraded all of my Magpul stocks. For $100, especially on a 308 rifle, for the $100 price point, I think your stock should come with features. It should come with like a shock absorber in it. For 556, you don't really need a shock absorber in your stock, but for 308, I'm not even going to get into it. It definitely helps, especially if you want to crank open your gas, your adjustable gas block, and I think that's a big deal. So this is the best Magpul furniture that I've got. It's still getting upgraded to a shock absorber stock. So same thing with Daniel Defense. If I got a 308 Daniel Defense, I personally would be upgrading the stock too. I get it, a lot of people like the Daniel Defense stocks. They do look good. They just don't actually have the features in them. And again, that's fine for 5.56 and 2.23 rifles where, you know, recoil is not a thing at all, right? But for these 308 rifles, a shock absorber in here can lead to faster follow-up shots, you being able to tame recoil better and stay on target. So I think that's a big deal. So that is where Daniel Defense kind of pulls ahead. They have their own proprietary furniture, and a lot of people like it. They like the look of it, and to a lot of people, that's just the most important thing, is just how it looks anyway. But then again, you're paying $3,000 for that Daniel Defense rifle, and don't get me wrong, this is still a $2,500 rifle. But like I said, the difference is these actually go on sale, and you can actually get these for a reasonable, a little over $1,000 price. That's just never going to happen with the Daniel Defense. And you're essentially getting the same thing. Yeah, they both have an adjustable gas block. Now, here's the thing. Y'all might think that I'm a little bit biased here. I have both of the, I have a Daniel Defense and I have the Armalite. And what I will say about this, where Armalite can actually improve on something, is the adjustable gas block on the Armalite. I think they could rethink that. This is one of the older school adjustable gas blocks. It has a set screw, and then it has the actual adjustment screw. So it's not anything that you're really going to be able to do on the fly. Even the Palmetto State Armory PA-10, the adjustable gas block on this is actually pretty cool. You can change this thing on the fly. They give you a long Allen key that goes in there, and you just click it over a couple of times to whatever setting that you want to. So actually the PA-10, the $570 PA-10 wins there, because you can just adjust that on the fly. These, you can still adjust it and tune it out to, you know, exactly what you want. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to do. Something that Armalite can work on, I think, I'm just trying to be as fair as possible here, right? But aside from all that, because the Daniel Defense will also come with an adjustable gas block, and if we are comparing them, you know, I really can't make up the $1,800 price difference when it's going to come with a better pistol grip and some cooler furniture that I'm probably going to upgrade the furniture anyway and get my own stock and pistol grip. I will be honest with you though, I would probably leave the pistol grip on the Daniel Defense. I do like those, they work for me, and I think a lot of people really just enjoy that furniture. But for $1,800, yo, that is a big, big price difference. Now, why is this going on? I think that Armalite's trying to push some of their stock out before this next election. Now, I don't know, that's just personally me. And Daniel Defense doesn't really feel like they need to push any stock out. They just have such a strong brand already that they're just going to keep selling those rifles at $3,000 a piece. So I would go, I'm Team Armalite all the way. After getting this rifle and the experience that I've had with it, I also like their customer support. I called Armalite and I talked to one of the graybeards over there named Garrett, and just phenomenal conversation. This guy was telling me so much stuff, so much genius gun stuff, that I actually found myself looking for a pad of paper to try to take notes. That doesn't happen often. So I am Team Armalite all the way. I mean, you're just not going to make up that $1,800 price difference. Maybe if it came with a thermal scope already on it or something, but damn, I'm with Team Armalite. Again, I wish I had one of the 5.56 Armalites to directly compare to like my 5.56 Daniel Defense. And here's another solid point to make too. This thing was like, $12.99 because it's an AR-10. They're more expensive in general, right? Armalite, I don't know exactly the name. I think it's just their AR-15 TAC or whatever they're calling their 5.56 rifle. They're cheaper. They cost even less than one of these. I think I saw one of their 5.56 rifles for like, it was under $700. I think it was actually $650. That's absolutely awesome considering you are getting the same rifle, you're getting their same trigger, and you are getting their muzzle device and all of that on their 5.56 rifle. So I was even tempted to pick one of those up, but I was still tinkering around with this one, and yeah, still waiting for the scope switch to come in for this one. She's going to be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to mess around with all of that. So I'm going to have to give it to Armalite over Daniel Defense. Now, if I miss something, or if you have some input, the comment section is open. Feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm sure there's going to be some diehard Daniel Defense supporters. And again, I have a Daniel Defense and I have the Armalite too. I'm trying to not be biased at all here. Just $1,800 difference. That's hard to make up. And real talk, even if we're not going by the sale price, right? Even if we're just going full retail price and you have the $3,000 Daniel Defense, which is technically a little over $3,000, and these come in at 25, yo, that's 500 less for, the muzzle device, iron sights in the box that Daniel Defense is not doing. And for that price difference and these things that you're getting, I think it's going to be pretty easy to upgrade the stock to whatever the hell you want. You probably even get a Daniel Defense stock if you really like the design of their stock so much, right? And then you just swap out your pistol grip for whatever you want. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think or if I missed anything. Yeah. Later, everybody, and have an awesome day.